Namaste. In this module, you will learn about addressing complaints in a timely manner. By the end of this module, you will be able to describe the process of addressing customer complaints on time. A customer complaint highlights a problem with the product or service. These problems or complaints need to be investigated so that the services can be improved. Attempts should be made to resolve or address each complaint on time. It is the responsibility of every LPG mechanic to take feedback from the customer after the service. To begin with, let's first understand a gas stove. A gas stove is an assembly of one or more burners forming a separate unit. It consists of a main chassis made of CRC sheet nickel chromium plated or painted, cast iron, vitreous enameled or stainless steel sheets, etc. Various components mounted on the chassis are burners, Suraksha hose, knobs, pan support, and legs. The flame or hot gases released from the gas burners can be regulated using the on or off knob installed on the gas stove. Gas stoves contain one of the two types of ignition systems, a pilot light and an electronic ignition system. A pilot light is a constantly burning blue flame near the burner. It uses a lot more gas than an electronic ignition system. An electronic ignition system creates a spark. You will hear this as a clicking noise only when you turn the burner on. There are different types of gas stoves with multiple burners for domestic use. With changing times, customers prefer modular kitchens with kitchen hobs in which the burners are fitted on the working platform of the kitchen with operational knobs on top or side or in front of the body. The principle of working remains the same. Let's now look at some of the frequent complaints received from LPG customers and the ways in which the mechanic can respond to them. The constant smell of LPG, the cylinder getting over faster, leak-related complaints, the stove burner not working properly. Let's now discuss the responses a mechanic should give for the complaints. When a mechanic receives a complaint about the constant smell of LPG, he should tell the customer to shut the burner knobs and turn the pressure regulator knob to off position. Open the door and windows for free ventilation. Extinguish all flames. Do not switch on or off any electrical equipment to avoid any electric spark or such other sources of fire or ignition. Light the burners only after the smell subsides completely. Check for the source of any possible leakage in the stove, regulator, burner, etc. If a complaint of cylinder getting over faster is received, understand that this depends on customer usage. Check the customer's monthly usage and consumption habits. Suggest ways for conservation of LPG. Educate them about conservation methods. If leak-related complaints are received, tell the customer to shut the burner knobs and turn the pressure regulator knob to off position. Open the door and windows for free ventilation. Extinguish all flames. Do not switch on or off any electrical equipment to avoid any electric spark or such other sources of fire or ignition. Light the burners only after the smell subsides completely. In case of persistent or heavy leakage, detach the pressure regulator from the cylinder valve, fit the safety cap on the valve outlet, and remove the cylinder without tilting it to a balcony or open space. Stay at a distance to prevent a lack of oxygen caused by breathing air with a high concentration of gas. When a stove burner is not working complaint is received, tell the customer to check if the burners are switched off and allow the stove to cool down completely before cleaning. Check for any possible damages to the stove burner and replace if necessary. Clean the burner using a toothpick and light the burner to check the flame. Here are few do's and don'ts for LPG mechanics to remember during cylinder emergency complaint handling. When a customer calls, receive the complaint and acknowledge the complaint. Never delay after receiving the complaint call from the customer. Listen to the customer attentively and respond to them politely. Avoid interrupting the customer during the call or visit. Update the date and time of the receipt of telephonic and SMS complaints. Never miss out on the date and time when the complaint was received. Note down the details of the complaint and the customer's address and contact number. Never forget to note these details. It helps in keeping records of the frequency of complaints and the number of complaints received from the same customer, as this may need attention. In case of leakage complaints, instruct the customer to switch off the regulator. If the problem persists, ask the customer to disconnect the regulator and put the safety cap on the valve. Educate the customers not to switch on any electric buttons, light diya, etc. during a leakage. Never miss out on informing the customer about immediate precautionary steps that the customer should take during an emergency. Attend to the leakage complaints within 30 minutes as it may be an emergency. Ensure the complaints on stoves or burners are attended to within 24 hours. After fixing the customer's problem, inform the customer about the ways they can report a complaint in future. In case of leakage of LPG, they can call on 1906 round-the-clock emergency helpline across India. Alternatively, they can register a complaint online with the service provider. Always remember to carry the tools and equipment that the LPG mechanic should carry in his toolkit. O-ring, safety cap with nylon thread, portable fire extinguisher, leak detectors, O-ring inserter or remover, Suraksha hose, gas knob. Fast customer service is the best protection during emergency. Thank you.